Lautenberg Amendment. How many people know what that why that came about, or how many people know, or does someone know what it is about? Exactly. Training's over. What it is if you didn't hear him, is making sure that the Lautenberg Amendment came about because trying to stem the tide of domestic violence, whether it's against a spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, aunt, uncle, mother, father, and all that stuff. And so, next slide. It prohibits anyone with a qualified conviction of essentially domestic violence, whether it's whether it is with a gun or without a gun. It's if you've been convicted of domestic violence, you will not be allowed to carry. You will not be allowed to have your own guns. You will not be allowed to transfer a gun or anything like that. So, how does that affect a military person? Well, everyone in this room is in a deployable position. In a deployable position, you all, although they're not carrying right now, which is unfortunate, but in a deployable position, you're expected to qualify with firearms, and you're expected to possibly carry over there. So, having the Lautenberg Amendment against you, you've been convicted of domestic violence, restricts that from you, which is going to restrict you from being in the squadron. No military exceptions. Prohibits any military person getting issued a weapon. Next slide. Qualified convictions. I'll let you read through that. Essentially doing any type, thing to a relative, person cohabitating or anything. Could be just a roommate. So domestic violence is I'm sure is on the rise. I don't have specific facts for you, but this was trying to take the guns out of aggressive people who have been convicting violence against spouses and everything else. Next slide. Next slide. Includes all misdemeanors that involve use or attempted use of physical force. So you can see that the bar is not set that high for a domestic violence. So the important thing, tensions run high sometimes in households and everything. The important thing is to separate yourself, calm down, and not commit something that could ruin the rest of your career or put you in jail. It includes disorderly conduct, simple assault, and battery. Next slide. It's important that if that ever happens, you're required to report that to us. Don't try to hide it, because we'll find out. We'll find out about it through police reports and everything else. You're required to report that, even if it's whether you're taken off to jail or not. You're required to report that any type of incident back home to us immediately. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, what should you do if you're convicted of an offense involving the use or attempted use of physical force? What should you do? Tell us, right? Next slide. Or next, just hit next button. Report it to the command. Next question. My civilian attorney pled me down from a conviction of domestic battery to a disorderly conduct. Do I still have to report this? Yes. Next button there. Lautenberg amendments may still apply. Next slide. Questions on the Lautenberg Amendment? Another ancillary training done. The important thing is, if there's tensions running high, whether it's a friend, family, or anything else, just separate yourself, get to a safe space, they call it, or whatever, but get to somewhere and then calm down and then re-engage. Again, even that comes down to communicating. Okay, what are we all going to do this weekend? We're going to find a way to have fun. We're going to get our training done and get our money. Make sure you lunch. I know I guess this weekend they're serving